Hi, I'm Shalene from TSC Tuition, and today I'll be extending my dating principle of good writing to writing essay introductions. Writing introductions can be really hard because under a time pressure situation like an exam or a SAC, you haven't written your body paragraphs yet. So how do you write an introduction to introduce what you're going to say if you haven't said it yet? And that's why planning is really important, because it gives you an idea of what you're going to talk about in your body paragraphs, and so you have an idea of what you are going to talk about when you're writing your introduction. Now I'm going to extend my dating principle of good writing to writing introductions. So if you haven't watched that video, go back and watch that first. I'll put the link in the description box. So click on that, watch that first, and then come back to this. Now, an introduction is kind of like asking someone out on a date. You want to sort of, engage them a bit. You want to show them that you're interesting, that you're going to be fun to hang out with. And you also want to give them an idea of what you're going to do on the date, right? You want to go, hey, I know this great restaurant on, I don't know, Smith Street, where they do like this amazing lasagna. Do you want to come hang out and try that with me? What you don't want to do is you don't want to say, hey, there's this great restaurant on Smith Street and I know all of their menu and their prices and I think this is what we should get. We should start up with this starter and then we should go on to this main, and then at 6:45 we're going to move on to the ice cream. Because that's too much information. That's way too much information. And imagine if someone asked you out like that, right? You'd be like, yeah, no thank you. You've got too much information there, and you don't sound like you're going to be very interesting to talk to. So when you're writing your introduction for a text essay, and also for a language analysis essay as well to a certain degree, but I'm really mainly talking about your text and your comparative text essay, you want to give your reader just an idea of what you're going to talk about. You don't want to lay out every single thing that you're going to say in your body paragraphs, because if you've already said it in your introduction, then, why do I need to keep reading? I already know what you're going to say, right? So in your introduction, you just need to lay out a few things. The general structure I recommend for most essays, for text and comparative, is that you outline the facts of the text. So, we're talking about the author, we're talking about the title of the text, we're talking about what kind of text it is, right? Is it a novel? Is it a poem? Is it an anthology, etc., etc.? You want to outline just really roughly what that text is about. So this is where looking at a prompt comes in really handy, right? Because if your prompt is about, I don't know, love and hate, for example, then you want to probably, introduce a few of those ideas when you're introducing what the text is about. And then you need your contention, which is your overriding argument for all of your body paragraphs. And then you just want to really generally, briefly touch on what you're going to talk about in your body paragraphs. Now, you don't need to rewrite all 3 or 4 or 5 of your topic sentences in your introduction, because again, that's too much, right? You're laying out exactly what you're going to say. I don't want that. Nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants to know what your conversation topics are going to be, that you've prepared for your date before you've even gone on the date, right? You just want, like, hey, I'm going to be a fun person to hang out, yeah? So you want to do that in your introduction. You just want to sort of briefly touch on, well, I'm going to talk about, a bit of this and a bit of that, and I'm going to finish with a bit of that, right? But you don't exactly want to outline every single argument that you're going to talk about in your body paragraphs in your introduction. 1, it's not very interesting, and 2, if it gets really repetitive if you've already said it in your introduction and then you say it again in your body paragraphs. And, chances are you're going to be rewriting some of that in your conclusion as well. So I'll read that again for the 3rd time when I get to your conclusion. And that's really not a pleasant reading experience. So if you'd like to get some one-to-one tutoring, I'm in Nunawading, so contact me via Facebook, YouTube, the website. Subscribe to get all the most recent updates and tips and advice that I upload. Thanks for watching.